Hello guys, it's Claymore here, and welcome back to the channel. For the duration of the second closed beta of the Cycle Frontier and all the major patches it's received, there's been a very constant, very heavy debate about the solo versus squad scene and how playing as a solo is considered impossible. As someone who's played survival shooters for many years now in both solo and squad settings, I can tell you that whilst it definitely is more difficult, you guys actually have a lot of advantages as a solo player you might not know you have. I learned a lot of these things by playing games like Escape from Tarkov. I've put about 10k hours into that, and other survival shooter games that are first person as well. So I've got a bit of experience in it. And so, in no particular order, here are my top 5 tips for solo players in the Cycle Frontier. My first tip is run less, walk more. Those who typically run in squads tend to develop an overconfidence in movement and a need to get to their desired location faster than if they were playing alone. This means that they sprint more, they jump more, they mantle surfaces more, generally means they make a lot more noise. If you spend more time walking to your destination using only the sprint button to cross open areas or away from danger, the chances of this squad hearing you first go all the way down, whilst yours hearing them first goes all the way up. Use this critical advantage to either set up an ambush, hold tight, and let them pass you, all these are viable. My second tip is avoiding aliens when able. Much like my first tip, limiting your noise profile is important, and shooting every single strider and rattler you come across is going to make anyone nearby alerted to your presence. You can easily run past them and lose aggro by climbing up in elevated positions, or failing that, just outrun them till they de-aggro. If you need to kill the local fauna for either tasks or jobs, I would strongly consider using suppressors to lower your shot audio range, but just be advised that a player will still hear those shots if they are close enough to you. My third tip is picking your fights. Referring back to the first tip again, let's say, for example, you've limited your noise, you've got a perfect position, and you have the chance to potentially set up an ambush on the team that's crossing you. Before you consider engaging, there's a lot of factors you need to take into account here. How many are there? How close are they together? What guns are they rocking? What backpacks are they reusing? Depending on all these factors, you might want to reconsider engaging if you feel like the odds are stacking up against you the more you get more information about them. You don't have to take every single fight that may present itself to you, so learn to exercise some trigger discipline. That being said, if you feel confident in your aim, ammo, meds, and position over that unaware duo or trio, then foam them all. My fourth tip is utilizing VoIP. For those of you who don't know what that is, it's just the in-game comm system. It means voice over IP. Essentially, you press T to open your mic, and then you can start to talk to people in the game alongside you. This one is definitely a little bit more situational, but if you feel confident that you can potentially avoid either a firefight or a tense situation, using in-game comms is 100% a viable approach to use. One good way to approach someone who doesn't even know you're there or is coming up on you is communicating to them and stating that you're friendly, that you don't need to fight, that you're just on your way to do a task or on the way to extract. And this tends to work more with players who are either new to the game, also solo players, or both. And who knows, maybe if you get a bit more friendly with them, maybe you can trade some items that you both need, or better yet, you may make yourself a future squad mate for when you don't feel like playing solo. My fifth and final tip is something that some people might recognize from my old YouTube guides on Tarkov. Use those pixels. As much as it might be even more intimidating to run your nice armor, your nice guns, your nice meds as a solo player, running those nice sets of armor and using those better quality guns will up your chances of survival and performance in case you are in need to get into a PvP situation. You might curse yourself if you lose your gear, you might curse yourself if you made a mistake and lost the gear. It's gonna happen. Try to embrace this and try and get over what gear fear you might have early on, and I promise you it will pay off in the long run. Hopefully you guys found these tips useful as you venture out into Fortuna 3. If you did find them useful, then leaving a like on the video will help me immensely as I continue making guides on Cycle Frontier, and consider subscribing to the channel so you don't miss future videos. That's it for now though guys, happy prospecting, happy soloing, and peace.